Good morning. Morning all. Ah, what a day. Oh my gosh, shower cap. Yeah, shower cap, we don't use them. Right, this is my food. It's my actual big dish now. Up and out. Dinner. There's also sort of parking as well. There's like parking thing here whereby it's like £16 for parking, but if you use a special card, you know, 10 quid. That's, again, trying to suss out life these days. It's weird, isn't it? Always limitations in life today. If you do this, you do this, you do this, then this happens and that happens and this happens. It's kind of like, you know, it's like you're learning every single day about like the new world. They call it like the new world order. That's what they call it. But I think everyone doesn't really understand life. There is a place on earth whereby time and money is not an issue. And yeah, I've been doing my research into this because of it's just madness really. All this like racing around like headless chickens, trying to make ends meet. Whatever you try and do, you park here. Before you know it, every mile that you drive, you'll have to pay for. I'm already seeing it in hotels now. We've now got smart hotels now, whereby the water on the shower, if you're in the shower for more than a set time, it automatically turns itself off. It's sorry sir, you had too much water today. That's it. Obviously, that's what it's like. You can turn it back on. I get that. And people will say, yes, right, you just turn it back on. But like, there will be a time whereby you'll be able to. Water will take. Don't think we need that down, do we? Right, awesome. Let's get out of here. That was an experience last night, was. So yeah, we do have a bed in the room, But we also had our own gym. So not that we used this, not that we used it. Did we use the gym? Right. Let's get out of here. Bed 185. Reception is free. See, that was a difference. Will I have that in the room next time? Well, I think it's pretty cool to be able to have your own space, to have your own gym in your own room. Problem is, it's more expensive to have gyms in every room than it would be to have it in one area where people don't use. And would people stay more often? Would I stay here again because it's got a gym in the room? Yes, I would. But, it's actually interesting to see, huh? So it's the back office. Getting there slowly. It's like part announcements, big mission.
Please mind the door.
Hi guys, how
Doors
do I this?
closing.
Great. Is there a coffee here? Great. Is there a coffee here? Probably not. It's like a sports bar. Like they've never walked into the bar area. Paragon coffee. Oh my god. Literally. I'm in a bar. I walk past reception. Like front of the house, wouldn't it? Yeah, front of the house, you'd assume would be perfect, but I smell this in the parking now.
Are you okay?
Yeah, good, thanks. How do I deal with this parking now? This parking, do I just scan it or?
When did you arrive?
Last night.
That should have been done yesterday.
Okay. Thank you. It's mad, isn't it, how the world's changing, whereby you've got time restrictions to do certain things by certain times or else. It's sad, isn't it? It's the restrictions of life. So people get rich and people get poor. That's how life is now, I guess.
Yeah. When did you arrive yesterday?
I think it was about 9 o'clock, I think, last night, yeah.
Just bear with when my colleague comes out.
Get to a sort of stage whereby your hotel becomes not a functional hotel. Because, like, I know obviously you were busy when you got events on. If you got events on, it's a broken system.
And the gentleman arrived yesterday.
Yeah.
And he forgot to do the parking.
Got to the parking. What was the room number, sir?
135. It's the one that when you guys referred to me.
185.
135.
What was the carriage?
The Courage.
Yeah. charge for the checkout?
No.
That's fine. That's fine, parking sorted. And he's just going to sort out the charge for the late checkout with you.
So parking sorted, is it?
Yeah.
So I don't need to worry about parking at all?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
And it's just £20 for the late checkout.
That's amazing, thank you. Just out of interest, why don't you guys do that why don't you do that for when people arrive? Why can't you just take parking? It's so much easier than having to get people to do their parking.
9 times out of 10 we do give the QR codes out.
Well, I've got a QR code here, but like if you can just go down the route charging me when I arrive to say, like, say £10 parking, pay down,
The
sorted.
problem with that is, if we take your reg based off like handwriting or whatever it might be, if you've written it down wrong and then we put that into our system and you've paid £10, that's in a fault of our own. Whereas if we give you the QR code and you type it in wrong, then it's the fault of the customer.
Got you.
So if you get a PCN, then it doesn't so much fall on the list as it more falls on the customer. Does that make sense?
Got you. It's mad, isn't it, how the world's changing?
Yeah.
So sorted then.
Because what's going to happen eventually is you're going to have hotels that have got the rich in, the hotels that have got the poor in. And then what happens then you see is the rich will stay at the rich hotels because they can afford it. The poor stay at the poor hotels, but then you see with all the legacy around it, limitations,
Yeah.
you guys will then go under. And it's a shame really. It's just kind of like how the world's changing and adapting.
Yeah, it's completely taken out of our hands because we're arena based. The parking's third party,
Yeah.
so it's just not much we can do about that.
Fair play. But I say it's all about responsibility. It's all about accountability. If you guys took accountability,
Yeah.
your service will be exponential. You'll be better than everyone else. So, but not that you care, but it's fine. Anyway, thank you guys. I'll see you later. Take care. Right, that's another Hilton hotel. So, that's another Hilton. This is Coventry. Right, fine. Do I really want to come back here? Probably not. Coventry is a bit of a dive. I've started to realise this now with most places. I'm starting to wonder how life's going to play out. And then the difference with life now, the thing is to play into the world. You need to play into the world now and say, right, you know what? Where am I going to base myself? What am I going to position myself as? Who am I going to integrate with in society? And that's the only really thing that I can think of now is to basically vacate and leave. Like obviously, give credit to them. Like give credit to them. They did go down the route of sorting out parking eventually. But they also charged me for late checkout £20. So it's like free parking. Parking was meant to be £16. I normally don't check out till 1 PM most days anyway. Obviously I'm a diamond status as well, and like, really? I can kind of see how brands are going to start failing surely. I really can start to see how Hilton's going to really struggle with regards to customer service levels. Give them the credibility to them. They were all white British there. But yeah, should really be mixed. Really, it should be like it should be mixed. Everyone should be mixed in society today. But then you could say, yeah, but Mike, you never know the background story to things. There might be a mixed staffing there. But actually, to be fair, yeah, the flip side to all this is somebody might not turn it into work. Hence why, it isn't like that. But everything has its day. This stadium here will eventually be pulled down to the ground and just basically put into the scrapyard. It's just unfortunately that's what's going to happen. And they're rebuilding new stadium. And they'll say, yeah, but we're going to recycle it, we're going to make it all better. And actually, really? Anyway. Some heated seats on. That was like a really, that was an experience. My TTS. I'm not being embarrassing that I left my Mac in the room. Hello, I'm so sorry, I've left my Mac in the room. I have to go back and see those young ladies again. To be fair, I don't think I want to see those young ladies again, to be fair with you. Their understanding of life, their understanding of customer services is very poor. Yeah, it's sad to be fair with you. It is sad. That's why I always say that. That's why I've always said everyone should be treated the same, but we're all at different levels of stages of life. And I'm starting to understand and get it now. It's not even about being negative and pulling people apart. It's the realization that what we learned at school wasn't quite right. What we learned in our younger days wasn't quite right. What we got told by our parents was a lie. I was lied to as a child. My parents told me that Santa existed and the Tooth Fairy existed. My parents lied to me. It's the facts. You can't change it. It's history. But you have to understand that as a human being, I don't forget. So when my parents told me that Santa existed and then they lied to me, they did it for they did it is because their parents did it. Their parents did it. And it's mad to even think about it. But when you're younger, you get lied to. When you get older, you get lied to. When you're in business, you get lied to. Like, lying is technically evil, and evil is what everybody is. And that's what I've established. Like, every single person I meet is evil. Because, there's no, understanding, there's no satisfaction, there's no, perseverance. Nobody wants to be better than everybody else. They just want to be, it's what it is, we can't change it. It's like her mentality there. I say, it's out of my control. If I turned up last night and they said, it's £10 parking, sir, can I take your number plate now? Thank you very much. I'd have paid it, I'd have sorted it, it would have been done, sorted, and I wouldn't even have worried about it. Okay, fine. I don't know what your politics are here, but when I stay here again, after charging me £20 late checkout fee, probably not. But I wouldn't come to Coventry anyway. Coventry is, to me, Coventry is another city in the UK which is about to be dissolved, basically. Coventry is gone. It's a shithole. The people who live here are just uneducated. They're not able to function. So Coventry is another city, like Birmingham. Well, they are very close together, to be fair with you. But Coventry is eventually going to be one of those things that's gone. London's pretty well the capital of, London is the capital of the UK. Manchester is the second capital of the UK. If you don't agree with me, that's fine, but that's how it is. But yeah. wait till all the buildings are being built in Manchester, when all the big buildings are all complete, finished, and there's no big plans to have any more buildings, large scale buildings built. They'll roll out the clean air zone, the ULEZ, clean air zone in Manchester. And once that happens, then that's another city heading downhill as well then. So yeah, the UK's fucked. The UK's fucked. So it's how to tarnish everybody with the same. You basically want to go down the route of saying to everybody that back in the day when I was younger, we had no parking. Parking wasn't a big thing. You parked anywhere, it wasn't a big thing. It was, but then I was from a small town as well. So a small town, wasn't really a big thing, you know. But now there's limitations on everything. Life's about time. Time is everything. It's you know, you're parking for 4 hours, you pay your 4 hours, but then you need to move. What do you mean I need to move? Can't I just repay for my ticket? No, somebody else needs that space. So they force you to move out of that space into a different space. And it's just kind of like getting to sort of stage whereby you physically can't park your car. And if you have to park your car, so, you know, it's £80 a day. Eventually only the rich will drive, because what will happen is the poor can't afford to drive. So it's phasing in slowly. It's phasing in. The rich will be the rich and the poor will be poor. And if you don't believe me, it's happening. It's happening every single milliday that you are working an average job. You will become poor. You'll become whereby you can't drive a car. You'll become whereby you can't drive a car or even own a car because you can't afford the insurances. Insurances are now going through the roof now. Unless you align with somebody who's in insurance, you won't be able to get insurance. So eventually, your insurance will be 10 grand. If you can't afford, you can't drive. So that means then the carbon credit will then come into effect. And then you get another look at the bigger picture, thinking, right, you know what? How are we going to maintain this? In China, you see in China, go to China and see it, and then see what's happening across the world, and say, right, you know what? Yeah, we can't afford this now. So, less cars off the road, less people travelling, means they can have more control, more Pret coffees around 50-minute cities. Not only 50-minute cities, but, you know, eventually they want to try and bring everybody into where they can't afford to go out. I've seen it in small hotels now. That there was a small hotel. That was a hotel that's been prepped for the bigger picture. So instead of actually being able to turn your water on, you've got a button saying turn on, and there's a little light by it in the shower. And instead of turning your water on, and it's a valve, that's an electronic valve whereby you press your button and it gives you out a certain amount of water until it literally cuts off. So yeah, eventually people that can afford to go to hotels, they will be limited. So yeah, it's very interesting. It's all very interesting. Also, what is the bigger picture? Well, the bigger picture is understand the world, know where we're going, open your eyes up, and start planning to say, right, this isn't cool. So one of the reasons why I spend quite a lot of time in hotels now, because I'm starting to realise and understand the world, travelling around and seeing the place. That's a failed hotel. That hotel doesn't make money. It's failed. Doesn't make money. And I've established this now. You know, you got a casino built. You got a casino built into the actual stadium itself. It's evil. I see this stadium here as an evil stadium. This is Coventry. So it's called the Coventry Building Society, arena. Right, TTS on. Right, there's some heat. It's actually getting really cold now, isn't it? I'm starting to realise this now in the world. Weather's really
I
kicking
do
in.
agree, Mike, but please can we have TTS?
Well,
Nadia, I am a little bit disappointed with you allowing Mike to rant on like this without TTS on. Time to go full Muslim around COV in that car.
It's nobody's issue now, is it, why Mike rants?
Oh, I tried my best.
Anyway. Right, I'm up and out. I do get coffee. I get a coffee at the hotel, but the staff couldn't be arsed.
And to think they took all the old trolleys away here and train tracks rebuilding them now for electric again so they could push petrol they don't want people driving. Go full Muslim Mike in the car. Mike, what S on the agenda today? I am dying. I have a horrible virus.
It's one of the things. It's why we. It's why they've built. It's why they've built the HS2, or why they're building the HS2 is to have a fast, high-speed train that goes between basically cities. So one thing that really fucks me off the most about it is that Birmingham is a city that's gone. It's a city that's fucked. It's a city that was disastrously going wrong from day one. I knew it back in the days going wrong. But then they've gone down the route doing HS2 that doesn't go to Manchester, it goes straight to Birmingham. So every single person is going to go on the HS2 through a negative country. That's what it is. It's a negative country. Birmingham is a negative country. It's in its own little right now. It's fucked. And that's what they've done. They built tracks that are, they've built all the tunnels that are large enough to have two-tier trains, but actually, to be fair with you, all the UK's purchased is one-tier trains because they're trying to save money. So it's all built for the future. But yeah, Birmingham.
I don't like it down south. I pay the M6 toll to get through it even quicker. It's that bad. I've got to get to Birmingham, then Dudley. Brummies LMFAO. Gordon Strawn, Highfield Road, Mike. Birmingham, Alabama is also subpar. Where did you come from? Where did you go? Where did you come from, Cotton Eye Joe? I don't want to get shot, thanks.
Well,
Mike, we are closer to nuclear war than we ever have been. Get slimed by a 16 years old. Mike's a scatman.
I think that's probably why these people are raping people these days, because they don't give a fuck. They're like, well, you know what? The country's hot.
Miss Happy, if you come to England, you'll see that Alabama is bliss in comparison.
It's one of those things that you come to the UK, you come to the UK, you get a criminal record, you rape somebody, and then the next minute you get put in prison, and then the next minute it's kind of like it's easier than actually living in society today. It's fucking hard work. For any male or female living today, it is hard work.
Some would say it's the same. Why Mike talk about the grape all the time?
Because it's a big thing. It's happening on a mass scale. It's all been covered up. You don't hear about it on the news.
He likes it. Oh.
وجه بعينين راجيتين كبيرتين.
Mr. Flib, what does it all mean?
I think people need to understand that when I say things, it's factual, it's happening, and we need to be aware of it. So there's no point me saying, oh, it's not a big thing and I won't talk about it, because we need to know about it. We have to understand what's happening in the world today.
Comedy Gold Scatman Lowell. We have had a stabbing every day, some multiple times a day. Please, Don T, remind me, can we lift the vibes with music, please? We need to notice the incremental changes. All his opinions from Talk TV. Shut up, Mike, you mongo.
What's that, like Top TV? Yeah, we don't watch TV, do we?
For the greater Burr. Dark times. It is hard to notice incremental changes because they redialing the heat up like a frog in a hot pan of water. Mike's fucking disciples. Mike hacked Grandma's account. The greater good Mike. We are Mike's disciples. Mike, go get your fucking hair cut by the Turks. Talk TV and GB News repeating their shit like a fool. Mike, why do you make me read these comments in this gay voice? I hate you. It's called the salami effect, bit by bit, slice by slice. We are Legion.
أسفنجة 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 أسفنجة.
How can it be for the greater good?
Right, I need coffee. I'm gonna play Starbucks or Pret.
Mike saved some animals today.
ماموث.
Drive the wrong way down the road, Mike. I once caught Mike masturbating my corgi called Jason. I've got the new COVID, it's overhyped.
أسفنجة ماموث.
Mammoth.
ماموث.
2 wrongs, Dante, 1 T can T.
Starbucks just down the road.
Nadia says if you going to Starbucks ILL, have an ice white mocha caramel macchiato, please.
ماموث. ماموث.
Mike, charge your phone. 2 wongs, Dante, make a white. I am getting the word ass kisser.
Well, it's a one-way system.
Mike's arms are not scientifically possible according to Oswald Mosley. Anyone fancy a bum? Time to take your fucking shirt off.
ماموث. حمار.
You know, I'm traveling around Europe and I'm seeing
Daniel,
places.
what do you mean a bum like some man-on-man action? Mike, what happened to coming back on in half hour last night? You made me cry.
You're joking. I'm in a shower and fall asleep.
حمار.
It says I need to go down here.
أسفنجة ماموث.
Mike reverse osmosis himself through evolution. Now he is classic Neanderthal. When British people want a cigarette, they say, hey, can I bum a fag? Mike was radicalized by GB News YouTube shorts. What a plum pudding.
I just realised it actually, to be fair with you.
Please don't lie, Mike. You masturbated all night, didn't you? No, we don't, renegade. Bombita cleared. Well. Mike and his caveman brain watch as he observes people.
Okay, there is a camera.
Tabasco.
وجهي يؤدي التحية.
Tabby cheers lad.
وجهي يؤدي التحية.
Area looks rough.
It's pretty bad, to be fair with you. I didn't realise actually how bad Coventry
You
was.
renegade.
Like Coventry.
You Jamin.
Coventry is a disaster of a city, really, to be fair with you.
Mike, are you in Baghdad or something? Hey Bosco. The UK is a disaster, matey. Mike, you need a hoodie, pull your hood up. Hello, Nadia. Are you from Mexico? Every city is a dump now. Bosco, I am not coming in here today. Everything and everyone is pissing me off today. Hope you read good, Bosco. I am. Mike, what would you have done as an adult man 30 years ago? He fucks pigs' heads, including a certain fucking ass kisser. One of the days, eh?
ماموث.
I would like to suck your dick while you were driving. LMAO. One of the days indeed, mate. New voice makes me sounds like a trans activist. Mike Skinny Malinky. Give me this car if you are millionaire. Trans rights. Lol. Yeah, this voice is quite awful, Mike.
This voice. Eventually, all you'll see food is going to be fast food.
Mike likes to use this voice because it is the only female voice he is ever going to hear talking to him. Trans wrong.
That's all you get.
Mike better get your money out because Farty Ham is going to prison tonight, Mike. Mike, where are we driving forward to today? Are we staying in Coventry? Squeaky like a mouse. Wouldn't it be great if you could make the genders' voices different? Mike's forearms are bigger than his shoulders.
Can I get a large latte, please?
Sorry, could you say that again?
Can I get a large latte, please?
Yep, anything else?
I can I have a panini.
Sorry?
Can I have a panini?
Mike, get some tunes, we are your disciples. Weak but clever, ha ha ha.
Can I have like some sort of smoked ham and cheese toasty?
Shut up, stupid female.
Ham and cheese toast.
Shut up,
That'd be
woman.
great, yeah.
Can I have a large tea, please? Aimlessly driving
Thank
to
you.
nowhere.
Yeah?
How
Also,
damn
thanks.
has worked. I want a coffee and a fuck you cunt.
I think that's my case. I'm quite be
Fuck
civilized.
off, bitch.
Can't be
Mike Rob's
civilized
old
now.
woman. These uneducated women don't understand. Moo ha 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 ha.
The
Ha ha ha.
the uneducated women, to be fair, yeah.
Ha 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 ha. Give SPB if he needs anything.
I tend to find out that people that are less fortunate, people that obviously just need a job, they get jobs in these places. Like they can't.
Moo
They can never have it.
No one matches Mike.
It's hard to match me. That's the problem. It's very hard to
Put
match
your
me.
prick into the panini pocket. Lol. He supplements his diet with fast food while complaining to the internet that he might get poisoned if he eats in a restaurant.
Yeah, because at the moment they don't know who
The
I am.
problem with customer service and most people in the world is that they are completely miserable.
The thing is for me is if I go to a restaurant, people see me, I then sit down, and there could be a plan of attack. But if I'm here now and I just ordered, they don't know who I am. I'm just a normal person. So the likely chance of that happening is very little. But if I'm sat in a restaurant, you know, especially if you go to an Indian, imagine you go to an Indian, you sit down and they serve for, yes, he's British, yes, he's white, yes, we know who he is, he's outspoken, great, awesome. That's the issue you got in the world today. It's why I can't sit at restaurants. It's why I physically can't sit at restaurants, because I don't believe the staff there are in it for the greater good. They're in it for a very negative factor. Like people like here now. Do you know what I mean? If I worked in Starbucks and I worked in these places, I know that they're suing me now, but I'd much rather it not be. I would much rather it not even exist. I'd much rather it be ended and it's closed than it would be to trade and make money, because we're just breeding a whole like nation of people that are uneducated, and it's becoming a problem. You go to a hotel and just like the customer service levels are so shit here. Do you know what I mean? It's like we've designed this system in place whereby you can order at a robotic, so you can't see who you're ordering through. So in a way, yes, that's good for a bit more protection, but like still, really, it doesn't even work. It's broken. Hello, can you repeat yourself? Hello, yeah, we can't hear you. What's that? Sorry, sir. Like the communication aspect of life is being removed. We can't communicate with humans now. We can't speak to each other. Each other. You know, it's mad. It's funny because, like, you know, at the end of the day, if you went and spoke to somebody, and interacted with people on a daily basis, then the connections are there. But when you talk to each other through a robotic system, it's just so robotic that there's no emotion, there's no emotional attachment. So now smartphones have come out. How many people do I speak to on a daily basis? Very little, very little. Even birds have more communication with each other than us humans these days. It's mad, isn't it? How like birds operate. I know other animals and species actually live life compared to humans. There we go.
Was it a large latte and a ham and cheese toasty?
It was, yes. I don't.
Sorry, was that a yes or a no?
I don't know. That's £11 spent on the coffee.
Would you like any sugars?
I don't know, thank you.
Have a good day.
You too, thank you. Have a good day. It just says it all, doesn't it, about society and life today? It says it all. Do you know what I mean? Our family there, going into Burger King. Thickos, absolute thickos. It's hard not to put people on a pedestal. It's hard not to put myself on a pedestal when I look at all these average people. They're idiots. They're thick idiots. They've got nothing to think about themselves. Like, you know.
What says it all is Starbucks and Burger King infiltrating other countries. Mike is so clever. Boring by. Mike, your level of awareness, if someone actually wanted to take you out, they would know where you were and not just decide to do it because then seen you in a restaurant. Average idiot wankers. Do you like my singing la 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 literally had Domino's twice the other week. Mike eat burgers because he is so above average. Good afternoons to Mike. Women on Mike, they're silly billies. Ahua wee whoopoo. Get that poanani, get that poanani, get that poanani, poanani, Britney, yeah. Mike's favorite film is Free Willy. Focus on what's going outside, not inside, Mike, you re so self-aware. Mr. Lonely. Superior Mike who mumbles at the Starbucks women. Get that Poanani, get that Poanani, get that Poanani, Poanani, Britney, yeah, get that Poanani, get that Poanani, get that Poanani, Poanani, Britney, yeah. Put your hands down my pants and I bet you LL feel nuts. How many times did you get bummed last night? Did you make Leroy wear a bag safety first? What did the Starbucks woman ask you? She seemed uneducated and thick. Lonely, I am so lonely, I have nobody on my own. Ooh, I am so lonely, Mr. Lonely. Mike, did a woman laugh at your micro penis or something? Yuri. Mikey lives my Poanana. Mike eats bats. All on my own. If you interacted more, you wouldn't say silly things as much. Mike loves Poanani. That looks dreadful. Shabba dabba dee, I am a helicopter. Starbucks is for gays, it is quite fitting. Mike, did you use the gym last night? You look extra thick. Spit sandwich yummy. She wiped her vagina fingers on your panini. Mike, they probably farted on that for a giraffe. Skibbity toilet. Haha, blatantly cum inside that. Mike, how can you preach about healthy food in the order that absolute shit? You and me, baby, ain't nothing like mammals, so let us do it like they do on the Discovery Channel. Mike likes the smell of ham. We love you, Mike. Built like a black kid with no water. She 100% pulled down her trousers and wiped that on her bumhole. Some sausage sarnie definitely farted on that panini. Fanny cheese flavor panini. Get your fucking Willy Wonka out. Dick flavored smegma panini. Mike, I followed you on live stream, then tampered with your food while you waited for it.
Honestly.
Lol simple.
It's insane, isn't it?
Haha. Mr. Bean's son chowing down on a cum-stained sandwich. Starbucks toasties taste like pure oil. Smearl PW. The sandwich is talking to Mike. Ha ha ha. What happened to Happy Mike? Get that fucking shirt off, Mike. Show us how malnourished you are. Cock sandwich. Mike, will you have fucking Kit Kat to wash the sausage down with? Replace worry with gratefulness and belief in your own blessed resilience. The malnutrition is going down the root. Touch my rob of laps. Stop whinging without the TTS, you have no views. Lol, bless Mike. Tell your mom I said hello. Mike is like a woman, his moods are all over the place. Mike, will you put fingers in my exhaust pipe when you finish the stream? Changing the dynamics of eating absolutely nothing of value. Blessed be Miss Happy you re so wise, I am glad there's a voice of reason here. Mike is the boss. I actually quite like you, Mike. I reckon we would get on the system as fucked, my friend. Mike, you should post some evidence of income so we can better follow the journey you're on. Get your Kit Kats out for the lads. You're eating that thing like a Down syndrome. I have so much love for you all. Flap, 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 flap. Another 11 quid well spent on fanny-fingered food. Where are flibble-s women at? Mike's favorite footballer is Mason Greenwood. Ha ha ha, who the fuck is asking for proof of income on a live stream, lol. That pasty definitely got someone ball sweat in it. Legendary Scamingtons, ha ha ha. Can we go freegan behind BM?
It's the start.
Mike puts his will inside freshly cooked traditional pasties for a
Like,
good
This
time.
is literally the start of
Mike, can you give us some tips on street fighting?
humanity going wrong.
PISNTA millionaire, he is a fucking Kirby Hoover salesman. Mike, I have booked us a nice little travelodge next week. We can put the fucking world to rights while having a nourishing Kit Kat. Mike puts his willy inside freshly cooked traditional pasties for a good time. Fanny flaps. Mike missed his Hilton breakfast and woke you hangry. Trash everywhere. Mike McGillian, the shitty shilligan. Where we off to now, Mike? Ha ha ha, Mike is secretly trans 100. Plunge Mike, plunge and wipe it with a sponge. Mike, would you like a Kit Kat? Cheese pasties. This voice is giving me cancer, Mike. Please change it. Jiddlyong or Fuhulatugan.
Guys, take a photograph
Disco,
of the scar.
disco, good, good, disco, disco, good, good. Take a bite of you like boys. His mood will improve when the panini kicks and drink your coffee too.
Guys, take a photograph of
If
his
Jack
car.
helped you
Sell
off
it.
your horse, would you help Jack off his horse? This is sound that Mike makes when he orgasms W. Mike, get the fucking weakest link voice. This is Savage Airy, I am going somewhere else. Follow Pov_Flibble for more Big Beak content. Go challenge him, Mike. L. Jiddlyong or Fahuluvutugan man. Pot Cattle Mike, last week you wanted me to post my Bitcoin address. Only fair you post a bank statement.
Selling a car.
Sleep.
Well, look at this
I
here.
have AIDS of the ear hole listening to this voice.
That's a building that was being closed by Sainsbury's. And
Change the voice, please, thank you. Bet you did not do those
He's
press
set
ups
alight.
yesterday. Go fight him, Mike.
so yeah, it's,
Welcome
it's
to the UK. Flap. What an asshole.
So that's whole. It's mad, isn't it? How like the world is today. This is Coventry.
Change the fucking voice.
There's also signs saying Iceland open at hours.
Have you ever been to Tabe, Mike? Yes, put male voice on. Yawn, no one cares, Mike, enough chat. Mike, didn't he set it in fire for this moment?
There's leashes
Don't he
bolted.
change the fucking voice?
The leashes
Mike
bolted
is
on.
tired from his late night gym session. Globalists ruined the West.
Like literally,
Trans voice mode activated.
they just bolted on a sign. Iceland's no longer here. But it's mad, isn't it? How the
People
branding's.
no longer fucking care anymore. Just get the fucking voice changed. No. Crazy times, Mike. The country needs to go down a different route and change our mentality. Run it over, Mike.
I mean, somebody's just hanging around in a. To me, that's just.
Mike is a globalist. Mike, they needed someone with a long neck to inspect the fire. You should have gone. So today he is stalking random people. No. Mike is a boss. Mike enjoys the trans voice. Rest some cases, Mike. Like a boss. Dante filmed the plug, Mike. Mike, how many cases are closed in that dumped rubbish over there?
Tell me why trainers. Well, I study how I.
BWARRS. Mike, it is pretty insane how out of touch you are. Mike, who is this person? What the dog doing? Bing bang walla walla big bang ooey wah. Mike can chuck more wood than a woodchuck could chuck wood.
It's mad, isn't it? How the world
He's
is.
watching you, Mike.
He's not
Brr. Mike, watch out for the sausage
Right.
inwardly, and that should be the primary goal when there is a lack of control elsewhere.
I agree.
Mike's very in touch.
I'm a guy.
Be careful out there. The world is fucked. Lol. Miss Happy, very true. You have no authority, Mike, and no one cares about what you have to say going round staking people, fucking weirdo. Hey, no real talk here, we on that JITTLEYANG.
I think it's more about education. It's about obviously having a life whereby you can understand and educate yourself in what to do and what not to do in the world today. It's not about saying, Mike, you shouldn't be doing this. I can do whatever I want. First of all, I'm rich. I can do whatever I want. So if I want to spend, I'll spend. If I want to drive, I'll drive. If I want to take a flight, I'll take a flight. But you know, there's a woman here who's obviously, again, she's fat. Sweetheart, lose weight. Do you know what I mean? It's fucked. Having said that, she has got a child, so somebody's fucked her. Somebody's had sex with her. But then has she? Probably not. Maybe, just maybe, she might have gone to a sperm bank. She wants a child. She can't get laid, so now she's going to go to, you know, she's got to a sperm bank, and just maybe she's had a child. But what life has that child got when you've got a mother that's, you know, obese? Right? You know what I mean? Yeah, sorry, John. Yeah, we can't go out today. Mummy's tired. Do you mean the pressure on her ankles? Right. I know it's cutthroat, but the world is cutthroat. It always has been. My mentality is if you are fat and obese, sort your shit out, lose weight, drink water, don't eat, you know, change your diet, your diet, you'll change your body, and then you get attention. People think it's too hard. People think, oh well, you know, maybe in my next life. It's the reason why we don't change. It's the reason why people just are who they are. Men that drink. I see it every single day of the week now, all over. It's madness, pure madness. Like, and if you look at my car's clean, it's not dented. But you look at other people's cars. I think it's more about pride, I think it's more about pride. I think it's more about, obviously, achievements. Like, I get out of bed and I feel that I've achieved. I'm still breathing, great. I can persevere forward, great. Like, even like today, I've made a load of money today without even getting out, you know, even out of bed. So everyone was a success yesterday and last night. So yeah. It's nice that I understand how like the building contractors like Selco and how like B&Q and obviously big contractors use, obviously these are places as well as, but we're basically building shit.
Chill, Winston.
We buy a house that we can't afford on a mortgage, and then we want to modify it and change it. Why buy it in the first place? If you're gonna change something, don't
Mike,
buy
this
it.
is brand new information. Thank you for telling stupid people this information. Spend some money on your speech impediment. High achievers can talk properly. Fix up Mike.
It's not about
Mike
that.
built the pyramids with Jeffrey Archer. This guy is a fucking idiot. Pork pie mon. If Mike cannot be happy, what hope do others have?
Mike is the most happiest guy.
You need to try and stop looking so ugly, you small dick fuck. Mike is a modern day Gandhi. Holy shit, this new virus is horrible. My head. I am rich, but I don't do what you do. I have some decency. Stuttering like a poor person. Does this guy ever talk happy? Big brain Mike.
Bully Mike, bully Mike, bully Mike.
Spread positivity, Mike. Lol, get out of the country if you do not like you, mate. When does he ever? Starbucks ain't for the weak.
Starbucks is for the rich.
You meeting up with the family today, Mike? Dirty North
If you're
Ainer.
not rich, then you
Why
don't
even
drink
T
it.
Somalia won the sailing event at the Olympics yet, Mike? Rich and on your own, great. I am leaving soon, mate. Mike, you should do non-sponsored talks for people that feel like shit to feel even shitter. He has hate slagging off fat women of moaning about.
It's more about the psychological change of people's mentality. Like if I put people down, people then start to reconsider life. If I go down the route saying, "Oh, the world's a beautiful place," "Oh, yeah, this, that, and the other," people go down the route saying, "Well, if he's positive, then the world's a great place. Why change it?" So it's more about understanding. It's more about obviously putting people down to say, "Work hard, dedicate." If you haven't got over, if you're not bringing in over £1,000 a week, then you need to reconsider your life. That's not even a hard achievement. Now, every single person in the UK now should be on £4,000 a month at least. And if you're not bringing in that, then you got to reconsider. So, and that's the basic that you need to bring in. £1,000 a week. That's profit. So.
Yes, he needs testosterone. What is up, douchebag? Mikey, are you top? Never seen you with anyone ever other than a Muhammad fucking barman in a hotel telling him he is a naughty boy, which just sounds gay in itself. There is nowhere to go. Where is everyone going to live? Mike, I think we need to have a good old chat and rid the negativity in your life. Victim mode engaged, stutter and mumble like a pauper. Small dick fuck. Mike, anyone with no kids is letting the country and the people down. Mike got bullied at school. Lol, we all love you, Mike, haha, that's why we are here.
I'll tell you why you're all here. I'll tell you exactly why you're all here. First of all, not many people know me. They don't know my historical data. So that's the reason why it's more why people are here is because it's confusion. It's like, who the fuck is this guy? What's his backstory? Where's he come from? And also, I do live a very, very high class lifestyle. So, you know, yes, I'm not in sports cars, but the problem I've got with sports cars is you will become very, very poor very quickly if you go down the sports car route. The same as mentality is, you know, yeah, I've got an Apple Watch. Yeah, it's not the cheapest Apple Watch. It's the most expensive one you could actually buy at the time when I purchased it. But you have to understand the bigger picture. It's kind of like, I'm not going to go down the route of buying a watch that's, you know, okay, you know, it's £3,000 and all it does is tells you the time. It's a small watch for a reason. It's got notifications. I can use it for it's a tool for my life. So it's the whole point about why people hang around me and actually spend a large amount of time on live streams. A lot of people I associate with are also in the same league as me, who are running businesses. They are investing, they're banking. You know, they're obviously, you know, get involved in things that, again, takes their time up. And my time's taken up. You know, my time is taken up dramatically. It's not like, you know, I'm dealing with, you know, I'm going down, you know, down the route to speak to average people on the street. You know, I'm not grabbing a microphone, going around saying, "How did you become rich? And where do you live?" Or do you know what I mean? It's all fakery, and it's, you know, I don't do pranks. You know, I don't go down the route upsetting people. I keep myself to myself. I'm in my own little domain, and I push forward. I change things for the better of humanity. And then you come across all the people who they see something online and they go down the route saying, "Oh wow, well, if he's doing pranks and he's doing videos and he's getting views, then I'm going to do it." And then they jump on the bandwagon, and then before you know it, you've got shit reading more shit. And that's why the internet's now full of internet idiots. And the realization of life is not views and hits. I know this. It's the realization of life is to try and get as many people to waste their life as possible. And that's what I've established. If I can run a business, and I'm obviously persevering forward in business, and I've got my competitors who are scrolling through the internet, you know, go to bed at night watching porn, then go to sleep, then getting up late. The dopamine rush of when you watch porn really hits you. It's like, fuck me, that's amazing. But then in the morning, yeah, it's changed. You can't be able to get out of bed. So your product, because you lost the dopamine rush in the morning, you just can't be able to get out of bed. You can't be able to do anything. So what I've noticed now established with the majority of people in the world today, they're just idiots. They're thick, they're idiots, and you can try and educate them, but they know better. You know, there's a guy here walking with his girlfriend supposedly, and he's on his phone with a cigarette in his hand. Now, what does she think of him? Is she more likely to date a guy like me, or is she more likely to date a guy like him? It's madness. You know, if she knew of me, she'd probably change her tune. But again, for her to be hanging around somebody of that caliber, why would somebody who's persevering in the world today get anywhere near her? Sorry, sweetheart. You're as basically as dumb as him. And that's how it is. You know, this guy here driving a piece of shit car, dented. Do you know what I mean? You've got to understand the way the world works. So straight away, you got to go down the route of looking at, right, okay, well, if these people are driving forward, then I need to be driving forward with them. I need to associate myself with them. And it's more like asking questions. Like, Mike, how do I make £100? Well, this is how to make £100. Okay. Brilliant. How do I do it? Do I do that in a week, or do I do that in a month? To get rich, it's not about making money day by day by day. It's about making money on a mass scale. And that's the difference. You don't get rich by doing £100 a day, £700 a week. You don't become part of the elites doing that. It's a failed system. They tell you at school to get a good job, to get PAYE, to lock you into a contract. What do contracts do? They make you poorer. A contract makes you poorer. You go to work to sign a contract, it makes you poorer. It's simple. Are you thick enough to understand that that's what makes you poor? So why do you do it? Why do you go and get a full-time job to then say, great? A doctor to a level, they're poor because they're selling themselves into a contract. They can't earn anything more than what they have got in the contract. So even doctors to a level, they're not educating themselves to understand. They're educating themselves to be, they've educated themselves to understand that they can get a full-time job that's consistent, which they get money in their account every single month and every single week, but they're not clever enough to think, right, I need to get more money. Be a consultant. Go down the route of mass talking about subjects that are fundamentally problems in society. If you are a doctor, get on the fucking internet and speak about past experiences. Speak about how to benefit humanity, how to go down the route of working towards an end goal of civilization. And that's what I think we all need to look at. And this is what I don't get. There's a huge amount of people at the moment who just don't understand. And they think, right, you know what, I'm going to become rich. Okay, fine. I've just left school, I've gone to university, great. I'm going to go to university, I've got a degree of knowledge. Okay, great. Well, then what's going to happen? Oh, I'm going to get a contract. What? Is that what you've learned? You've learned to go get a degree and to go get a contract, which is a fixed income. Okay. Now I get it. I can tell you these things. I'll tell you the facts and the figures about life. But if you don't even listen to me and take on my advice, then I can't help you. I seriously can't help you. I'm not here to say, I'm Mike, I'm selling you a course and you pay me X amount of money per month and you should do X, Y, and Z. I'm not here for that. I've made my money. I don't need to have an income of money coming in to offer every single person. You know, somebody else. You know, 2 kids. You know, probably a mother and a daughter and 2 kids. We all actually, to be fair with you, I'm not gonna lie to you. This is probably a bad this is probably a bad area to sit in because we are actually in the range. So I'm in the range car park. So to be fair with you, this is basically for these shops are designed purely on the basis of average people that are in like council estates, because they sell a lot of shit in there that's about the perfect home. You know, I don't get it. In my head, I don't get it. Like, oh, anyway, it's all very interesting. Let's just say it's all very interesting.
Comical. Mike, that S valid TBF. Mike, would you do roids?
It's invalid. What I've just stated I've just stated a fact there. Contracts make you poor. That's the whole point of contracts. So if you're gonna go get a job, do not sign a contract because it will make you poor. That's factual. You can't change it. It's factual. You've got to understand that mentality to then say, right, I now get it.
Car park dweller. People like to be heard, that's why we like the comments being spoken plus anonymity of saying funny and naughty stuff that gets spoken out loud. It makes people feel heard. Gay. Nadia said it as valid, not invalid. Mike. Facts. Depends on the contract, you retard. Mike, only a low-level man does not spread his seed. Haha, set him off again. Nadia said it's not invalid, not valid. You're sitting in a car park eating shit food, not exactly high performance. Well done. I agree, Neo, it's homosexual in nature, frankly. Nadia always setting him off. GG, Nadia. Honestly, Mike, you pepper in facts with self-righteous pomp. Only the weak can't mate in multiple. Lol, I've just had a wonderful holiday in Cyprus and enjoying life. ATM. Mike, what is the plans for today? Get a new bird and start a life abroad. Mike was bullied by a fat, poor, underachieving 11-year-old at school. They made him stutter till this very day. Why does Nadia get a higher-pitched voice? Mike rhymes with bike. Kidnap Jeremy Corbyn for the content. Diane Abbott can help. If you did not have people working for you, would not have this fake business of yours, would you? Mike isn't a wanker.
First of all, I will say to you is I don't have a house to pay for, so I don't pay any money to the council. That's facts. Like, why on earth would you go down the road to having a house whereby you spend all this money, you spend all your life savings on buying a house, to then go down the road to then get the council to turn to you and saying, oh, by the way, you now owe us this? It doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense. So yeah, you know, you go to say, yeah, but Mike, buying a house is cheaper. You don't. You get a mortgage. Do you know how much money you pay on a mortgage for your house? How much your house is worth compared to how much money you actually pay? And then they say to you, yeah, but you know, it's going up in price. It's fake. It's all fake. You think you're getting richer, you're actually getting poorer. You built your house on debt. It's all debt. It's created on debt. Your house is debt. Your job is based off a fraction of debt. because every single business is in debt. And the reason why every business is in debt is purely for the fact that taxes are so high. So yeah, think about it. We don't actually, the thing about money is whatever money we get is debt, and it circulates. And the money that we say is money isn't actually real. Hence why it's called a fiat currency. You actually Google what fiat means and what fiat currency actually is. It's all debt related. And do you know when they say about obviously, well, if you look at the beliefs of the world today, the beliefs. I'm not saying that obviously they should be said in a religious factor, but mark of the beast. You won't be able to buy. You won't be able to sell. You won't be able to eat. You won't be able to do anything. That's the mark of the beast, because that's what the beast is. And then when you've got Keir Starmer that says, yeah, digital ID, you won't be able to eat. You won't be able to eat. You won't be able to, buy. You won't be able to sell. It's the mark of the beast. And when you look at the people that are involved in that mentality of life, you are all governed. You're all governed. Anybody that's got a house, you're governed. You can't escape. You can't escape reality. You're fucked. You're literally fucked. You can't get away from that. So yeah, it's gonna be one of those things. And if you don't pay your mortgage, doesn't matter how much you paid of your mortgage. It's not like you go down the route of saying, well, actually, you know what? I've paid into my mortgage £30,000. Okay, so you've paid £30,000 off of your mortgage, and then you run into debt because you've lost your job. Okay, great. You've not paid your mortgage for 3 months. Okay, great. After those 3 months of not paying your mortgage, that house becomes not yours. Naturally, it's not your property. Yeah, you might live in it, but the debt's going up then. So straight away, you bought a house on debt in the first place. You've not paid your mortgage for 3 months because you can't afford it. And then next minute you pay £30,000 into it of debt, which is not your money in the first place. And yeah, that's it. You lose your house. So you've lost 30,000. You put out on the streets, and the people that are obviously the bailiffs are coming in to remove you out of your property because they've got a warrant to move you out. They don't care. They are part of the system. They've got no heart, no soul. Sorry, they don't even know the backstories to a lot of people's lives. All they know is they've been given an official paper which gives them the right to do what they need to do. That's it. Piece of paper. It's a piece of paper that's worth what? 3p. And well, not even that. Probably on the inflation of paper, probably is now. But yeah, 3p, and the ink. Madness. That's it. And they call it a warrant. That's what they call it. A piece of paper, a warrant. Okay, fine. But yeah, it's mad, isn't it? How like the world is. And it's, they say, won't pay, don't pay. Or won't pay, don't pay. And we'll take it away from you. And that's the realisation of life. It's bad to even think about it. I see a large amount of people wasting money. When I say wasting money, you can say that I'm a waster of money. I know more than what people say. I know more about life than anybody else does. And I'm still learning. I'm still building on my knowledge. But from the knowledge that I've got now of life, it's not what everyone thinks it is. And it's interesting. Anyway.
Psych, Mike. The world is a funny place. Some folk are nice and other people arranged by noise so nice. And Mike id's right about mortgages. Mike is a wise man. BRST get a house of the council for a few pounds a week. Anyone who doesn't have kids in a house.
To be honest with you, the people that have got houses by the government are actually the ones that are actually quite clever. They're the ones that are intelligent. But unfortunately, they've had to lower themselves to a level whereby they live in poverty to get that. So they're actually quite clever. They've got a roof over their heads, and if you really went down the route of thinking, well, actually, if I can get a roof over my head free of charge, fantastic. And if I can go down the route of getting the government to pay for my facilities, then I can actually make a business that makes millions. It's quite clever. Anybody tomorrow, anybody today can start a business and start making pounds. With me being sat here now, I'm making money. I'm literally making money, not on YouTube, but I'm making money. I'm embracing the day. I'm embracing civilization. I've got my coffee. I've had a bite to eat. I'm content. And I'm not sat here, literally, not watching money coming in, because I don't need to watch it, because it comes in naturally. But I can know then, by the end of play today, I can do absolutely nothing today and have, you know, a good £300, £400, £500 profit in my account. And that's me doing nothing. That's just been given to me free of charge, and I can just sit here. And it's kind of like, you know, I'm not using my arms and legs. I'm not going down the route of having to deal with people. And that's the realization of life. This is how the rich get rich. We get richer by doing nothing, not by going out to work and earning a salary, earning an income. And I've told people how to make money. I'm telling people now how to make money. It's simple. It's not hard. First of all, just fucking stop. Like, literally stop dead. Don't do anything. Don't get on social media. Don't do anything. All you need to do is literally say, right, as from this moment of life, I'm going to become rich, and I'm doing absolutely nothing for it. Right, fine, sorted. That's it. And then go down the route, going for a nice walk in the countryside, clear your head of society, forget about fuel, forget about cars, forget about everything. Because you don't want to, it's just all materialistic. It's all fake. This car's fake. You might say, yeah, but it's a product. You're driving a product. It's fake. This car I'm driving now is fake. And I'll tell you why it's fake. Because this was bought on debt. It's fake. So straight away, nothing's real. So accept it, move on. So go to the countryside, get some fresh air, something that not many people have these days, because we live in cities and societies whereby there is no fresh air. If you actually look inside London, how much fresh air there is compared to how much, well, let's just say, emissions that are lingering around the streets. It's all smog. And it's why, really, for me, it's why I have to look at the bigger picture. Because when I'm driving through London, I've always got the intake of the air circulating inside of the car. I don't have the air coming in from the outside. And one of the things I also do as well is that I try and limit my time in London as well. You know, air conditioning units, I try and stay a large amount of it in hotels than going into, like, you know, restaurants and sitting there for 3 or 4 hours. You know, I spend a lot of time in areas whereby it's purified. If you don't think it is purified, it definitely is. So yeah, hotels, I sleep in hotels, I'm breathing fresh air. I'm obviously breathing, you know, in hotels, venues. I don't spend much time outside. I don't spend much time in, basically, restaurants and facilitating, let's say, areas that are run by the slums. So when you look at healthcare, you look at, obviously, people's mentality, you look at my healthcare, you look at my mindset and think, right, well, actually, my think's differently to most people. Fine. If you don't think I do, that's fine. But when you think about the bigger picture, these immigrants, think about it, these people that are starting these smaller businesses in London, you know, really? They are putting food out on the streets in a very humane way. You know, you might go down the street and you go to let's say you drive down the street and you go down to these like little corner areas where they've got all these, like, you know, big basket of oranges out on the street. Imagine all the dust and dirt, all the grit that's going past them on a daily basis, all the smog that's covering that fruit and those vegetables in shit. Think about it. It's not very. And what I see now is I go past these places, I see them. I see a lot of, like, African people thinking, you know, oh great. I see a large amount of immigrants. I see a large amount of asylum seekers, which technically, if you actually, there's a slight difference between immigrants and asylum seekers, but I won't go into that at the moment. I'll wait for another live stream for that. But, like, when you look at all these people, they think they're all. Basically, you need to go to Africa. You need to go to India. You need to go and see the facilitation of these people, to then realise that there's no war really going on in the UK. Not a civil war, because the problem is, the way they operate is on a very, very, very low scale. Very low scale. The intellect of a first world country compared to a third world country is massively different. So when I see like Indian people walking around, and I can't go down grazing Indian people with all the same, the same mentality, but realistically, you can't take a culture from one country and bring it into a different country and say, right, start living in that country. It doesn't work. They still bring their historical data of how they were brought up and how they were born and what they believe is right. And that's what we've always got. So really, when I look at all these people arguing in the city centres, I think to myself, like, you know what? All I need people to do now is to realise the bigger picture. If humans can understand life to a very fine line, and to and say, right, well, the internet's a line, that's exponential. Well, the internet's going to grow forward. The internet's a line. So if humans can work up to the line and work on the line and keep on the straight and narrow to life, then to be fair with you, they can't get much wrong. But what I like is I like all these people that are going out there and starting fights and wars, because to be fair with you, you know what? It makes them look like a bunch of idiots, really, And honestly, I don't understand how women can honour that. I don't know how women can honour men who are angry, aggressive, who can go out in the world and pretend that they're something that they're not. Yes, I can go buy a firework. I can hold a firework and fire fireworks off into crowds of people. Doesn't make it any bigger. It just shows you have to have some sort of like ammunition, some sort of like weapon behind you. You know what I mean? It's madness, really. So all that needs to happen now in the world today is people to first of all understand. Second of all, as well, as people to start to change the world and think, right, I haven't got a job, but I'm going to go out and get a job. Great. How are you going to get a job? Right, well, I'm going to go out and make myself a job. That is the answer. The answer is not to go and find a job. The answer is to go make yourself a job. So that's the realization that I think schools and teachers need to be teaching kids. If I can go into schools tomorrow and start teaching on a mass scale how to get a job, how to make a job, how to run a business, how to actually exponentially grow out everybody else, and how to be better than everybody else, then you know what? That's my job on planet Earth done. That's my job done. I'll be happy to lie on my deathbed and say, I've done the best I can for humanity, best for my fellow humanity, and that'll be how it will be. But instead, we can't. Got somebody else here, another mother who is, got another child, and it's it's mad when you think about it. They're walking to the range. It's the reason why I'm sat here. It's just to basically see the calibre of people going to the range. Yes, I'm putting this brand down, but I think people need to understand. If you're going to the range to buy assets, materialistic assets, then I think you need to reassess your life. You need to reassess your life, because these places shouldn't actually exist. They exist because of poverty, but these places shouldn't exist. So this is a brand of people who, again, haven't got money. Majority of it, these are funded. In less words, these are funded by, let's say, the government. They get cheaper rent. They get cheaper, obviously. Let's just not go. I should go as low as that. But do you think they're paying full taxes for their building and rent? Unfortunately, it's a problem. And when you actually look at the amount of money they bring in, it's a lot of money. And why is that? it's mainly for the fact that there's a large amount of people that are just average. There's a lot of people that live on council estates. That's what we've established. And these council estates are all funded by the taxpayer. So, yeah, these places shouldn't even exist. But anyway, I've got a Sainsbury's in front of me that's closed. A Sainsbury's Fuel, a Sainsbury's. And it's a big building, it's closed. It looks like it's been set afire as well. It's got a black roof. A wooden roof shouldn't ever be black. And when you see a black roof, there's been a fire here. So there's no reason in life why any building will ever catch fire. No reason. And the only reason why buildings catch fire is because of human beings. Arsons. People are negative in the world today. Because buildings don't catch fire. And the reason being is because the installations of electrics are done to a very high standard. Because obviously the understanding of life, you know, think about all the people in hotels. You know, hotels. Have you ever heard of a hotel going up in flames? Not really. So either people are more respectable, or we've established that actually, you know what, it's awesome. So any empty buildings get set alight because it's people that find it funny. Because they find it funny. And the issue is with arson, the sad thing about arson is once you've done it once, you get a thrill factor. That's the downside to it. You get a thrill factor. It's a dopamine rush. You've done it, you've broken the law. You know for a while you're a criminal. Mentally, you know you're a criminal. So, yeah, it gets to a sort of stage whereby you think, well, why not just do it again? It's the dopamine rush. It's the dopamine rush of seeing all the fire brigade turning up. It's the dopamine rush of all the media. It's the dopamine rush of thinking, great, I've attracted attention here. And that's what it is. And people have this dopamine rush that goes forward. It's psychology. So when you do something and you get dopamine rush out of it, and you're already badged as a criminal anyway, people go down the route thinking, fuck it, technically I'm a criminal. Because of when you look down the realisation, I get speeding points. I've broken the law. I'm a criminal. So, you know, do I reply back to my tickets? Not really. Do I get tickets? Yes, I get tickets. Do I reply back to them? No. But that is still the understanding of life. I'm still a criminal. So does that stop me from speeding? No. I'm still going to speed. Like, you know what I mean? It's because I've established that even if I got points anyway, it wouldn't really matter to me. Because it doesn't stop me from speeding. It's not going to change my lifestyle on speeding. I'm still going to do what I do good at. And that's me doing what I do. You know, I travel around. I persevere. I dedicate. I get to locations. I do what I need to do. I leave. I'm still going to do me. And there's no change. The only time people change and stop speeding is if they're involved in an accident. And then that knocks their ego. Their ego drops. And that's the only reason why people then start to reassess their lives. Unfortunately, speed is one of those things. Speed kills. It's one of those things. So, you know, I might be driving at 80 miles an hour down the motorway and I might have a blowout. And unfortunately, that blowout might end up causing a issue in, like say, a much senior issue. And I might not survive. Or I might survive and I might end up finding out that I can no longer walk. That would not my ego. So that's the difference. Like, the difference is when you get caught, if you're a criminal and you've set fire to buildings and you've done it 3 or 4 times, yes, you will do it more because you get a dopamine rush. You've done it once, you do it again, you do it again, you do it again, but eventually you'll get caught, and then that's it. Then your dopamine rush is gone, and then you then reconsider what you've done in the past and think, right, you know what, I shouldn't have done that. But the knock-on effect of that is this: think about the bigger picture. A large amount of these buildings that you see on fire, it is an insurance job. It's a business insurance job. For instance, let's say I've got a building and it's insured, and yeah, I can't knock it down, or I can't change it. These things happen for business relevance in life. You know, I want to build a new building, but I can't build a new building. So, yeah, I need to change the dynamics. So, again, when you see buildings going up in flames, you tend to realise the difference between, is it arson or is it empty? And is it arson because it's empty, or is it arson because the dynamics need to change? Now, unfortunately, sometimes the dynamics needs to change. Unfortunately for that, there has to be a fire brigade who... Fire brigades know what's going on in the world today. They aren't stupid, they aren't daft. They would much rather get paid for doing nothing. Fire brigade, that's the only blue light in the emergency services that I've got respect for. Because I've got no respect for I've got no respect for people who obviously are part of the police. No respect for them. That's probably the police are probably the lowest of the low for me, because they're corrupt. The fire brigade, they're not corrupt. They would much rather get paid for doing nothing. They risk their lives. They have families. They have houses. They have families. They will go into a building burning, a building that's on fire, that's burning, to risk their life for all the people. Instead of standing out and going, you know what, it's not my building, fuck it. Obviously, there's an understanding with the fire brigade that they'll look at the building and they will do their best. But obviously, they don't want to take their own life for something that's not worth it. I get that, and if you've got family members, it's different. But you see what I'm saying? They will do the best they possibly can. If they know there's a child in there, or they know there's a family in there, they will go in. That's it, factually, they will go in. But if they go to a building that's abandoned, there's a different league. But 9 times out of 10, they know what's happened. They'll turn over to an abandoned building, they'll see it on fire and go, right, you know what, I totally get it. And this is the figures and facts about life, really. You can't change it. Human nature is to allow the councils to work with people to build an economy. If you come from a different country to the UK and see the UK and see what the UK is like now, you'd be like, it's disaster. It is. We have these buildings that are just basically not built. We have car parks that are empty. It's like a ghost town. And it won't be long before people are walking around the streets on drugs. So if you go to Vancouver and see what's happening in Vancouver, it won't be long now before the UK becomes very drug related. And do you know what they say about end times of places? I rest my case. Flood the country with a third world country, drop it down to its knees, start up civil wars between the locals there, and game over. Game over. So one of the good things about the board game chess and Monopoly is if you own the board, then there's no game. Because if I own the board, you're playing my game. So I'm not one of the players that's playing. I own the board. I can flip that board upside down at any point and say no game. So the whole idea of me is, that's how I live life. I own the board, you're playing the game, and whatever decisions I make, other people have to suffer the consequences. And it's how I've now become. It's how I believe and how I am now. It's about obviously owning the board. And it's mad. So the land is the board, and this is it. We're playing a game. The players of the game will always suffer. Civilization will always suffer. This is the end. Unfortunately, this is becoming the end times of the UK. The end times of the UK. We all know it. It's not a hidden agenda. We know it's the end times of the UK. You don't flood a country full of a third world nation to then say, Keir Starmer won't be in the UK. The minute he's out of power, he's fled the UK. He's gone, and that's whereby people like him need to be taking accountability for what he's done. And he's part of the system. Keir Starmer knows what he's doing to the UK. He's fully equipped with what he's doing with the UK, and he knows exactly how to trash a whole civilization. And the way to do it is using religion to make it happen. Funds religion, and that's what's happening. So let's see what everyone else says. Mike, you're a mentalist. I'm a mentalist. I love it. Yeah, I think I'm pretty switched on to the world today. But anyway, it's fine. There's a guy looks like he's living in his back of his taxi. Right.
Window already closed, Mike, you madman. He'll come back when the TTS is back on. That's enough caffeine buzz for me, Mike. We know why that shirt is stuck on your back and former degusting prefer the drop of Mike. What acid you're drinking, Mike?
That's amazing.
Kidnap the next station, Mike. Dark secrets must be revealed. Completely, you will not walk around anywhere, and it precipitates your ideas about society crumbling. Mike, did you beat Down syndrome?
Okay, thanks.
He definitely beat someone up with Down syndrome. If you were actually in society, you wouldn't tea-bang on like this all the time.
You're right, I wouldn't know, and I'll tell you why.
When you going dogging, then...
So imagine if I was part of society and I was integrating with society. I'd have a partner that will say to me, Mike, let's go out for a walk, and then we'll go out for a walk, and then we'll be like saying, oh, can we go in there, you know, can we go obviously to the vets, and then can we go down the road to see my family, and can we go do this, can we do that there? So then you see I've got my partner that's wanting to spend every single goddamn hour and every single goddamn day with me, which will be a fucking disaster for me because it's not how the world works. It is for the average, but women change men dramatically. They change men for the, I think for the worse. They soften men up. They go down the route of saying, no, don't do that. No, don't do that. No, don't, you know, don't do that. So it does become a problem. But also as well at the same time is you also find out that your friends are also, they tend to bring you away. So you can't run a business to a very high standard because your friends don't want you to run a business because they don't want you, your friends don't want you to be richer than them. So they want to pull you back. So that's how societies work. The best bit of advice I give to anybody is to switch off everybody around you, turn away from everybody, distance yourself from every single person in the world and say, right, I'm on my own now. Now you're on your own, you then got to work on your own to build something that's sustainable and successful. If you're working with people, they will always go down the route of pulling you back. Your parents will. I've had it. I've done things in my time whereby my parents have said, not sure about that, that sounds very expensive. You know, me going internationally, you know, me starting a business internationally, my one of my friends said to me, Mike, don't do it. I was like, why? And he said basically because, yeah, you're running a business in the UK, you have a lot more stress on your hands, your time's going to be taken up, and I don't think it's a good idea. Anyway, I've done it anyway, and it's been a success. So straight away, yes, okay, I've had a few little I've had a few little backstabs with it. Obviously, I've had a few legal issues, etc. But it doesn't really matter. Now I know I've overcome them. But like, if I was told not to do something and I didn't do it, then I wouldn't be where I am today. So, if there's any bit of advice I give to anybody today is, yes, respect your family. However, you've got to pull yourself away from society because people, your family's average. They always are, they always have been. Elon Musk had to pull himself away from where he lived, where he was born, to where he is now. He had to pull himself away. You know, and this is the thing, you see, it's we have to push forward. We have to dedicate. One of the things I will say about life is about life, is university. What's actually going to be the fundamental end goal of life? Like, what's going to take over? Technology. We knew that back in the day. We knew that back in the day of like 1980s, the 1940s. Like, we knew computers were going to take over. So why have we been doing university studies and university courses on pure mentalness? We've created jobs. Why? We've created like we've kind of added in courses into society which are not courses. It's just wasting people's lives. It's just, oh, we've got this massive population growth. Everyone's having sex. We're having so many kids these days. The interesting bit about it now, you go to a hospital and you actually see how many kids are being born. You see the difference. I actually had a partner who was a doctor, who was actually, I had a partner back, I wouldn't say quite recently, but she was obviously dealing with obviously newborn babies, and one of the questions I asked her was about how many babies are born, and I asked her about obviously the dynamics change between nationalities, and she told me. She said there is a big difference. There's more people being born today than there ever has been, and it's like, right, okay, I get it. So and that's where I established that, you know, these are literally people. These are people that we're dealing with now in society. Yeah, from the range. Yeah, and again, somebody else from the range. This is the range. 2 kids in a pushchair. Oh, sorry. How many kids? There's 4 kids. Like, they're not even driving. They're walking down the road in a derelict car park, which is actually a derelict car park. It's all derelict. And this is the level of life that we're dealing with. Like, would I take my kids to a derelict car park? Like, you see what I'm saying? I just don't get it. Because the kids see this and they go down the route saying, listen, this is the norm. And it's not the fucking norm. It shouldn't be the norm. And this is one of the reasons why, you know, I look at it and go, interesting. Just to give you the rundown. Look at all these cars on here, average. Yeah? And the car that's just parked next to me is a Porsche. Now, when you look at all these people here, look at all their cars compared to, you know, if you look at all their cars compared to, obviously, everywhere else. It's the range, it's all average cars. Like, and then, obviously, there's a BMW by the side of me and a Porsche. I'm a BMW. There's a BMW next to me as well, who wasn't here before. I parked here. And there's also a Porsche that's parked next to me as well. So, think about the bigger picture. Why do the rich tend to work together? Why do people tend to live in societies whereby they work together, they park together? You know what I mean? He could have parked anywhere in this car park, but he's chosen to park next to a BMW, which is away from society. You see my logic? The rich don't mix with the poor. It's the factual. It is. It's factual. We don't like we. It's one of those things. We don't. It's like we don't date the poor. We don't correspond with the poor. The rich stay to the rich and the poor stay to the poor, and that's why there is a big growth between rich and poor. And unfortunately, the only way to change that will be to mix the poor with the rich, to be able to allow the poor to be able to get wealthy, to actually live a successful life, and to breed, because humans do breed, to actually breed a better of civilization. But it's the same as mentality as everywhere else. You know, it's divide and conquer. You know, ants don't go down the route of mixing with the poor ants, do they? Oh, maybe they do. Maybe they do. Maybe they do have slaves. Okay, I shouldn't say that, should I? I shouldn't say that, should I? But this is the reality of life. Anyway, right, I'm going to nip off for a bit because I've got a few things I need to achieve. I'm gonna head back to there's Pizza Hut there. I'm gonna go I didn't realise a Pizza Hut was there. I'm gonna turn on the TTS.
Ranting done. What's next, Mike? Show it, Mike.
I did with all my rubbish. That's my next one thing.
Mike, I am talking about not isolating yourself so you don't wind up constantly spouting about how bad society is. You're talking about people holding you back. It is two different things. Show me the wire. Mike's meaningless rant.
About leaving the derelict car park.
How you doing, Mike? Huh. Chuck the rubbish out the window. A poor person will pick it up.
Well,
Mike Flibble was hidden. Not sure why he hasn't said anything inappropriate.
imagine this car park.
What did you get at the range, Mike?
Imagine this car park all being cleaned back, tidied, and then put back into use. Right? Why would you close down all that car park? Why don't you just leave it open for the range?
I am Steve.
Doesn't make sense. I don't get it. But some humans made that decision, and it's kind of like, what? Why?
The poor GRTS poorer and the rich get richer. Nadia, go and comment on Mike's latest video.
The time spent of them walking with their kids down the road now.
You gonna start a family, Mike? Suespot. Congratulations, Miss Jones of the council estate. You just won £1 billion. What'll you do with it? Oh, I think I will buy several chip suppers with curry sauce. Mike eats stray cats in Delhi. If anything does not make sense, Mike, there is usually a money reason behind it. Shish milk. I have a cat called Russian.
It's not about not making sense. Everything makes sense to me. I get it.
Kellogg's Bosco sent you a message on Discord.
Guy here. Trackies.
My dad got his pension last week, but it's very small.
Trackies and vaping.
وجهي يؤدي التحية.
Shit breeds shit.
Well said. Facts. Truth. So if you're female, don't get with a man who is literally poor. I don't get it. Yes, he might go to the gym. Yes, he might swear. Yes, he might vape and smoke. But really, honestly,
Mike, rich people are not sitting watching you. Have a good day, everyone. I am off. Beep bop mods on top. Always say goodbye, everyone. Have a good morning.
وجهي يؤدي التحية.
I need to win the lottery soon. Okay, buddy, you are welcome back to the bar, and I get my hair cut out, so I love you. Mike has stopped moaning now. Only kidnap rich people, Mike. Have a good day, Nadia.
سبعة وستين.
Fuck the mic is better than the poor. Jim can help you relax. 6-7. Mike wears women-esque clothing and hangs around in bars.
Mike's masculine. I think we established that. Let's get some fuel at some point.
My friend lost 200 pounds on the horses.
Really?
That arm is a whole postcode. Mike and his mentality of a divvy.
Unfortunately, if you're putting money on horses, then you are going to lose it. Gambling is the worst thing you possibly do.
Get the message.
Get the message. Great. Well, don't gamble.
Mike, who are the police corrupt, Mike?
The police are corrupt, yeah. Massively corrupt. It's a business.
Cocomelon on the coke.
The police are a business, like everything in the world's a business. Countries are a business. So if the police are not businesses, business is about corruption. We know that. That's facts.
TCB, y'all reckon? Mike, where is the wire? Long.
It's probably the police that you have to lie to them. You have to lie to the police because what the police do is whatever you say will be used against you. They tell you that. It's facts. But everybody that's a police officer thinks they're doing good in the world. They've got a badge. They've got a badge number. They feel that they're doing good in the world, but actually, to be fair with you, it's a lie. You phone the police and they'll turn up in a blue lights in a uniform, and it's a power to take control of a situation. You know, it's really. Well, I'll go to the toilet at Starbucks and then we're going to obviously head off then, really.
I eat banana on and on and on. Moaning or TTS? Mike. You should go with someone with motivation, empathy, courage, and loyalty. If you go with someone just because of their wealth, they'll go just as quickly as they came if you hit financial hardship. Where I come from, we have no toilet paper.
Honestly?
Is gay.
Honestly?
Michael, when did you last eat a cucumber?
I won't
Mike's
ever.
driving around in circles looking for the one.
I've got my
It
own money.
wasn't tea for naughty people. Did the police? What?
I've got my own money. So, to be fair with you, she won't know how much money I have. So, yeah, I can't ever become financially broke again now.
Are you being blackmailed by the police, Mike?
I'll leave the car on because that's what we do. Yeah?
Mike, now that case is rested, can you take the pants off? Definitely homosexual. Don T, leave us. Wanker for life. Not closeted homosexual. Siri, start car and drive. Haha. I have a creak in my neck. Anyone know a cure for it? Did Mike reveal his dark secret? Mike's gone to take a piss. You advise females to get money to man. I advise males just to pay for sex. If only his arms were as big as his nostrils. Mike tunes, we are your disciples. OMG the nostrils. Man UTD and Spurs Dre 2-2. Yeah, it was a good game. Help, 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 I am in the boot. Georgina's husband about to find out what she does late on a night with the mods in here. Has he gone to change his tampon? Jamin, you deserve to be in the boot. We are Legion. Mike has definitely changed, more serious. He must have someone pulling his strings. Oh, fucks that. Haha, cheers my little songbird. Yo, Kellogg's.
وجهي يؤدي التحية.
How do we get rich, 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 rich? How do we get rich, 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 rich? How do we get rich, 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 rich? Help, help, ha. How do we get rich, 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 rich? How do we get rich, 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 rich? How do we get rich? Rich. 'To all the crew, huge love always LFG.
يدان على شكل قلب زهري. يدان على شكل قلب زهري.
On the prowl. Hey Lewis, is that you my dude? Beep bop mods on top. Stop spamming it s irritating when it s not funny. A man in the pub last week asked me to go out with, but I told him I wasn't gay. He seen Mr. watching Emmerdale on the TV. German kebab. Gas is pricey. Kellogg's, let's go. About time.
About time.
Gas priced or wank.
We'll pay a pump. Problem is we haven't got a card.
Mike, I was
We have
born to
somewhere.
make you happy.
I need to look at my wallet, actually.
The official company's house record of Mike the Successful International BULSHITTERV1 Events Limited dissolved 0 Turnover DH Distribution Limited dissolved 11K Dead OHMSPEC Limited dissolved. Why is my mate Lewis threatening GCAT? Why in the morning during the week people go around the streets with cups of coffee?
Ping.
WTF is that noise? Mike Bosco here, we need a fucking chat, bro. Massive fucking chat. Mike, your wire is on top. Mike Farty Ham here, when the fuck am I getting my signed t-shirt? Big chat Mike. Definitely some crime's been happening. It's a jungle out there. Actual crimes. How many car parks does Mike visit each day? Legit crimes Mike. Legend. What do you do if you got a shit while driving? I can cover the Northwest.
وجهي يؤدي التحية.
Nadia was only trying to support Mike's lives, but the mods clearly are bullies and like to cause problems. Case closed. Who the fuck are you, city? Some car parks are free and some are not. You can say fucking bitch.
Trying to deal with average people trying to feel up now.
Mike ain't impressed. Lies, lies, and more lies. I don't think so, Sooty.
Car payment only.
I never use bad language, it's not nice. Madness Mike, case closed. Sooty, explain. These mods create loads of unnecessary drama because they assume who people are at S bullying. Diesel, I fucking do. I am an adult.
It's mad, isn't it, how we put a sign there saying card payments only.
Mike, if you have an infinite number of steps to a staircase, how many possible ways can you walk up those steps? I haven't bullied anyone. I am also in my adult form now. Sooty, please help me too. Pierre here from your French office. We have been waiting for you to visit your French staff for 6 weeks now. Can you confirm if you are coming? Other way round, to be honest. Bad language shoked be banned. I haven't seen any bullying. Mike Canada loves y'all. What? Frank here 12. Mike, just to let you know, Nadia was a genuine person just supporting the live and got removed for apparently being too nice and ass liquor. E10 sucks. You. Don't scarch my car.
You assume, wouldn't you? You have people that understand fuel stations could actually operate and actually fix them. Engineers.
Fill it up.
But instead, no.
EY. Tell him, Mike. Mike. Mike Pierre here again. Mike, please can you tell your French team if they are still employed? You had XE. City, turn it in. Well, it probably cost too much to have the engineers operating 24/7. Moke is a very intelligent man. IWPULDNT underestimate him. We are all for the greater good.
Right. So it's happened.
For the greater good. We are Legion. For the greater good.
Pumping news.
Steve Samar and T. Jamin. All you knobheads at the petrol station. Mike, why do you lie about your life? Is it because you see yourself as worthless, infertile loser? Did Mike go to university? Yes, a few bellends about I do declare. Thanks, City, for bringing this to my attention. University is a scam. Mike, are you a Jaffa or just bent? Mike, what is wrong? Free the beaver.
Julian. Waiting. I haven't even seen the engine off.
Happy days, Mike. Keep smiling. The sun always follows the rain. Are you vegan? Mike, if you are a bent Jaffa, you can tell us, we don't judge. No phones on petrol. Mike is on the rich man's hustle, constantly bullshitting about politics, thinks he is a media house. If you are not too clever, you would be happier because you would know what's going on. What car you whipping? Turn the fucking engine off. The waiting is the hardest part. Shit. Coming back with a bad boy burrito, I can guarantee it. Run, Mike.
Like, awesome. Guy says to me, have you got a club card? I was like, no. Would you like one? No. Makes me laugh like.
Jamin, you love the boot, but come on, play fair. My turn next. No burrito, why not? It is so funny.
Right, okay. What's the plan?
Mike, how many limited companies do you own? Mike, if do not have an income from talking political, you should probably stop. I am usually riding on the bonnet.
I love it.
I am in the ashtray.
You hear about other people's when other people speak and say comments, you sometimes think to yourself like, are they intellectual? And by the way they say things and what they say, you understand very quickly. No, they're not.
Mike, do you own many limited companies?
I don't know. There's a reason being because of I used to, but all my limited statuses are no longer limited because the government. I don't provide information to the government basically. So yeah. Things have changed.
Jamin SHSSSS is that S between us. Mike definitely more intellectual than you. Mike, we can understand you not intelligent from what you say. Haha, such an intellectual W.
What's the most important thing in the
Wish
world
I
today?
could also be an intellectual like you.
What's the most important thing that's in the world today? Realistically, it's health and money. Everything else doesn't really matter. So if you think about it, what's the most important thing? Health and money. So what's your health like? And if you're not sure, go and get a blood test. Go and have a blood test and realise actually you're not very healthy. So it's easy. Pay for it, book it, go and get a blood test, and then all your bloods get sent away to a lab, and they'll give you a full report on who you are as a human being. So that's the first thing you need to be doing. Second of all, as well as your income is the most important. So yeah, get rich, have money, have abundance, get yourself to a level whereby you can't ever become broke again, and then basically, yeah, you live a very successful life. It's simple. It is simple. Like, that's it. Two important things. So when you say that I'm uneducated,
The tax man has a lot of powers. He can find out anything about anyone.
no, he can't. That's a fundamental. He can't.
Thick Mike with a poor man's speech impediment. Help Mike at S. Simon. Jamin, I learned to read and write as an inmate at age 8 level now, Yami. Do you just sit in your car all day? 1 Corinthians chapter 13. I miss everything. Mike, you sit in your car most of the time while aging in ways you cannot reverse without exercise. I know S tax man, and he told me they can get all government files on anyone. Fuck Croatia. Mike is missing his cell. Sits there reading Farage articles. You just run the international businesses at the minute, so Mike. How many black t-shirts do you own, or is it just the one? Mike, have you been dodging taxes or embezzling?
Dodging taxes. Is that what we're talking about now? Madness.
If you did some blueprint shit, then you would actually be practicing what you preach, but you eat trash. Guzzling. What a lonely life. Most people will wait until they have a problem to start paying attention. Your dark secret will be revealed, Michael. They are watching, beware. Mike, how comes you look so unhappy if you have life sorted and have it all? Fucks the Bible, fucks Karen, I love the Torah, I am Jewish gangsta. Go to Turkey and hire a minibus. Mike, did you manage to find the photos of the routers connected to 64 helium balloons? Nah, I didn't. He thinks so, you lying shithouse. IASJRD, my local counselor, how much expenses he claimed last year, but he wouldn't tell me. Lonely with his thoughts echoing around inside his 12-plate Beamer. He not lonely, he got US. Mike. Mike is a stupid who cannot level up, no personal assistant, no driver, wastes most of his time.
Right, so we're going to head into city centre now. And got some downtime away from internet. So...
Mike, please answer me. Did you manage to find the photos of the routers connected to 64 helium balloons? Nah, I didn't think so, you lying shithouse. That elbow is epic. Some people get expenses at work, but not in my job.
Somebody else changing a sign in the UK.
Mike, you was so happy last night. What happened? Were the bigger boys laughing at your noodle arms again? You don't have the photo because it never happened. Dark Crystal or Labyrinth, one of those movies. Mike was a child star in the new. I recognized him by his elf ears.
Still waiting. Carry on talking. I need to do into Coventry city centre. I've got a little job to sort out, and hence why I came to Coventry.
I wish I was a professional footballer. They get very well paid. Full Jamaican homosexual. Dire Wolf, please don't put Mike in leggings in my head. Dance magic dance. Mike, were you having a mental breakdown the day you came up with the router attached to 64 helium balloons? Mike, Jimmy Savile enjoyed the bumming with you last night. Dark Crystal, cool move. Dire. I remember that one, lol. Did COCM Ventry. We are yet to see Mike write his car off. Yo. Oh yeah, I fuck her grand pal. So nice her fussy was drenched. Fuck yay right in her bumhole. Silent awkward ISNT-ed. Mike is David Bowie SIVF son. David Beckham got his knighthood. Dyer. No, actually, Iggy Pop. Oh, even better, Lolo. Eggy farter sui cloudy 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 Dire Wolf, yes, lust for life. Harry is not a prince no more. Yes. Please, Mike, can you tell me if you will ever show us the photo? We got it, Mike fucker, got a few in. Hello everyone, I haven't been here in a hold up who put 50p in the eggy fartus cunt. Mike S. Lullaby. Jamin W. He was extremely quick yesterday. Where you driving today, Mike? IHAVW, a creek in my neck, I need a cure. Why is Mike so mad? Mike, she is choking on a gop 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 gop. Go baga bagoba. Mad-ass Mike.
Right, we're 1 minute away. So we're going to be offline for about an hour.
Mike Hunt stinks.
Got a meeting.
Broken
Saturday.
ass Mike.
I've got a Saturday meeting in Coventry. So, yeah, unfortunately, I'm going to be off record for about an hour. But I will battle.
Everyone has a talent.
Really? Really? Do you actually believe that? Yeah, you're right. Everyone has a talent. Unfortunately, not everybody has a...
Shed Ryan is the best scammer remover and off. No, do you see the other Teletubbies now that the series is finished? Put a baseball bar in Mike Hunt. Is it true that Britain been overrun by Muslims and foreigners? Mike, have you ever been accosted by a homosexual? W always for Chad. I had to tell the remote you peoples not to wear scent. I can TC them, but I can certainly smell them. They piss me off. W Chad.
Right, I'm going to shut off. I've got a meeting to go to now, so I'll be back online in about an hour. So, yeah. Have a great day, and I'll be back.